He's in my soul. Talk it to me. Oh. What you waiting on? Come on, come on. Show 'em.
This boogie's in my soul. This boogie's in my soul.
The Monster presents Heard on Thursdays, the iconic radio talk show that made Philippine FM radio talk. Winner of multiple KBP Golden Dove Awards. HOT. Heard on Thursdays. Your host, Rhea Rams.
Hello, Monsters. Good afternoon, and welcome to the show that made Philippine FM Radio Talk, KBP's best podcast program, heard on Thursdays right here on Manila's hottest Monster, RX 93.1. I'm your host, Rhea Rams. And, there are some people whose work becomes a part of the soundtrack of our lives. We grow up hearing their songs, we see them on our screens, we watch their careers evolve, and somehow, even as the years pass, they remain familiar to us. But there's a strange thing about knowing someone for decades through the public eye. We can know their work, their achievements, their biggest moments without really knowing the person who lived through all of them. And after more than 3 decades in the industry, today's guest has lived through quite a few chapters. He's been a singer, a songwriter, a performer, a comedian, an actor, a producer, a husband, a father, and one of the most enduring names in Philippine entertainment. But today we're not here to talk about the next song, the next project, or simply look back at a list of achievements. We're asking something a little different. What does a lifetime of chasing dreams actually teach you? What does success look like after you've already achieved the things that your younger self dreamed about? What do you learn about sacrifice, family, fatherhood, relationships, and yourself as you get older? And perhaps most importantly, what are the things that we only understand once we've lived through them? Because sometimes the biggest lessons don't come from the moments when everything goes right. They come in from the years in between, the choices we made, the things we gave up, the people who stayed, and the moments that changed our perspectives. And who better to have that conversation with than with someone who spent more than 30 years living, creating, and growing in front of an audience. This is Things We Learn Too Late, the life behind the music. Heard on Thursdays. Let's welcome to the show. Such an honor to have him on the show. Please welcome Ogie Alcasid.
Wow. Good afternoon. That was probably one of the best intro spiels I have ever heard. That was great.
Thank you so much. But more than anything, thank you so much for taking the time to be here despite the crazy weather.
Oh, well, Thursdays is my day off.
Oh.
But I said no, I want to go. So
it is such an honor to have you here, and I'm sorry for taking your time on your day off, but I hope you enjoy it.
It's all right.
So Ogie, Tito Ogie,
yes.
How are you today? Welcome to Heard on Thursdays. It's great to have you here on the Monster on our anniversary month. So how are you?
Happy anniversary. I'm good. I'm a little reminiscing because as I entered the office and I'm looking back I have been coming in this studio, your office, for so many years now, maybe 30 plus years. So it still looks the same and it feels the same and it's great. But I don't see the same faces. so I feel good.
Yes, it's a new generation that we're ushering in, but I'm sure you'll see some familiar faces maybe later on.
Yep.
Yes, and now before we get to anything serious, you've been in the industry for more than 3 decades.
Yeah.
Does saying that out loud make you feel proud, shocked, or terrified?
No, I feel proud. As I guess anyone should after, lasting so long in this. It's not an easy business, It's not just plug and play, really. It's plug and play and play and plug and plug and play. and it's an ongoing, what I call, beautiful struggle, So, but I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
I love that. And I'm sure, like you said, it is a beautiful struggle, but we your viewers, as the
Yeah.
people who've been watching you since we were much younger,
Yeah.
we're only seeing maybe like the tiniest percentage of it. We're seeing the product, but there's so much work, I'm sure, that goes behind everything that
Yeah.
you've done.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of preparation. Did I say preparation? Preparation. Even in comedy, it's not
Mm,
like you just come up on stage and do your thing. There's a lot of research. There's a lot of
mm,
feeling, and what I mean by feeling is like reading the room kind of thing.
yes.
And there's a lot of instinctive work that you have to do,
Right.
but at the same time, you have to give yourself, ample room to for learning,
Mm,
and that's an everyday thing.
right.
You can't know everything.
I love that. You
Can't
can't know
no no
everything.
you can't. So and as you progress in life, I
Hmm.
suppose, um you have to keep reminding yourself that, I know it's kind of cliche-ish, but you know every day is a blessing, and then you're just grateful to be alive, I
Right,
guess,
right.
and doing your thing, and doing the thing that you love most.
Yeah, and I know you say it's a cliche, but
Yeah.
but it's something I feel like we overlook a lot,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like having that reminder
Mm.
every once in a while
Mm.
is really great, because sometimes we just hear it and we don't take it in.
Right.
But
Right.
I also want to go back to what you said about comedy.
Yeah.
People think it looks so easy. It's People think it's just about being funny,
Mm.
but I have always, like, I'm a big fan of comedy, stand up, any kind of
Yeah.
comedy, really.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's more than just being funny. I think
Yeah.
it's such a skill to be able
Yeah.
to bring comedy, to do comedy as
Mm.
entertainment, because yeah, I just feel like that's such a challenge. So
Yeah.
I really admire people like you who are able to do it so flawlessly.
Oh wow. Flawlessly, I don't know. Um. There's a lot of judgment, when it comes to comedy, because comedy is really very subjective.
Right.
However, I feel that if you are just, I guess, distinctly yourself
Mm.
in the way you approach comedy, then somehow you'll attract some people to say, "Hey, that guy's funny.
Mm.
I think that's funny." So not everybody's gonna find you funny.
Exactly. And I think that goes to show with like
Mm.
anything you do. You can't please everyone.
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
You just got to find your people.
Yes, and let them stick with you.
Right.
That if they want to join the ride, then you're welcome to join. If you're not, then you're not. It's
Oh, I
just
love
the
that.
way it is. And you don't have to really force yourself on people that don't like you. I think,
Right.
like everything else, you'd rather be with people who appreciate the stuff that you do, be it
Mm.
comedy, music, or whatever you do. Um, those are your kind of people,
Yes.
and they are your kind of people. So it works both ways.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I feel like getting into this place of,
Mm,
being able to accept that, it
yeah.
it it must have taken a while, because I'm sure,
Oh,
when you were starting out,
yeah.
you were trying to get everybody. You
Mm-hmm.
you wanted that, maybe you wanted
Mm-hmm.
that recognition from
Yeah.
everyone, but it takes time
Yeah.
to realize too that you just can't please everyone. And I feel like that comes with experience
Mm,
and everything that you have done. I mean,
mm,
you've done so much over the years, right? Like
yeah.
music, television, comedy,
Yeah.
acting, producing, and you've essentially grown up alongside an audience too. So when you look back
Mm.
at the Ogie who was just starting out, do you still recognize that person? Who would you say Ogie Alcasid was before the world even knew you?
It's funny that you said, because as I was waiting here, I looked, I chanced upon an Instagram post of someone who was like, do, doing the different uh, renditions of Nandito Ako. So there was
Mhm.
me, as a I think I was 21 or 22, and then Rob Daniel, and then there was I think Bel Mariano. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's like a three-way kind of video, and I happened to get to listen to myself again.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh my goodness, I did sound different,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe the same in a way." So, judging from what I heard of myself um, from way back,
Right.
I don't think I'm any different. I'm
Mm.
probably a little wiser. I'm slower. I am less agile, but I like myself now more than I used to than before. Um, is that a good place to be? I really think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you say that you feel like you like yourself more now than before?
Well, you're kind of very unsure of yourself when you start, and you always try to put your best foot forward, and that can come off as in today's lingo, nagbibida-bida,
Mm.
you know,
Right. Right.
and that's fine. That's really fine. But looking at myself from here, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. But and now you kind of just sit back and don't talk too much. You just listen to people and feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird thing to do. It's so, I think in the Japanese way, it's like Zen. It's like you're just older, and you don't really care much
Ah,
about what people
right.
say about you. So
I love that. To be in that place must be
yeah,
so peaceful.
yes, and it's the way you should graduate. It's what you should graduate into. If early enough, so much the better. But I have to say that every day is a learning thing. You feel like, oh, okay. I thought I knew that already, and it makes life just a million times more interesting.
Right.
You know.
Talking to you, it feels kind of like I'm talking to such a like a Yoda,
Oh.
like a
Wow.
like I
Me like talk.
like I don't know, you just seem
Yeah.
so at peace with yourself and you seem
Yeah.
so sure of yourself too, and it's very admirable because
Mm.
you don't see that very often. I mean,
Thank you for saying
it's
that. You're very kind.
you're not, it doesn't feel like there are people who you can feel are still trying to prove something.
Yeah.
I don't feel that from you.
Oh,
And that's a positive thing.
I hope so. I think I'm at a point in my life where I am more service oriented.
Mm,
I'm here to help if in any way I can to anyone who needs my help. Um, Not that I have the means for everything, but
mhm.
I think I'm at a position where I can give solid advice, and at the same time, you know, prevent young people from having accidents in a way. Not
Mhm.
making the mistakes. I mean, making mistakes is great.
Right.
I think making mistakes is really important. Um, but just learning straight away from the mistake that you make,
Mm,
and
yes.
applying it. Yeah.
And to see that you're in this space now, do you think that younger you pictured yourself this way, or how did younger Augie, imagine what life would be like in the
Oh,
future?
we came from a time when there was, I would assume, there was less pressure than I think
Oh.
what a lot of artists face today, because there is a lot of s- well, uh, I would say people put value in numbers
Mm-hmm.
today.
Right.
Whereas during our time, it was like, oh, did you make the gold record? Did you, or how many much more? Or it wasn't. It didn't define you.
Right.
It was fun. We were having a lot of fun. We weren't making much, but it was fun. It was different time.
Mhm.
And it was a time when music was just so different. It was I can't say that today's music isn't romantic, but I think we were hopelessly romantic. We were in love with love, and
Oh,
it reflected so much on the music that we created. And maybe it was too much, but I don't know. That sort of defined my generation. Um, and so I would say that back then, if I would look at how I was supposed to be, I wouldn't have guessed that I'd be this person that I am.
really?
I only just wanted to sing. That's all I
Mhm.
wanted to do. I didn't know I was going to be in movies. I didn't know I was going to be a TV person. I didn't know I was going to be in Bubblegum. I mean, I couldn't have predicted that. I wouldn't
Right.
say, "Oh, Michael V. Yeah, he's the guy I'll be with." No, I wouldn't have known that. So
Mhm.
I think what went really well for me was I enjoyed the ride, and I took the leap.
Mhm.
And it's like, and let's live with the results. But
Oh,
obviously, the leap has to be, yes,
calculated.
calculated and risk free.
Right.
In terms of the negativity of it all, but
Mm,
a certain risk is actually good.
right.
You know.
Yeah, and that's something that I hope a lot of the younger hopefuls,
Yeah.
really really internalize, because I feel now people can be a little scared of taking that leap.
Well, I don't blame them. There's
Mm,
just so much judgment.
yes.
There's so many negativity
Mm,
being thrown out there, and I was watching this film. I know this is an old movie, kind of,
mm,
the one of Brad Pitt. I think it's F1 or it was a Formula One movie,
mm.
and he played this old Formula One driver who was just throwing caution to the wind, and then he was paired with this very young driver who was too keen and too particular about what people said. And
Mm.
Brad Pitt's character was just saying, "Why do you care so much about what people say? That's just noise. It's just noise." And
Just nice.
and and I not that it resonated with me, but I do agree with this character. It is
Mm,
noise,
yeah.
you know.
And sometimes it takes time, to just let it be noise.
Well, I think the attitude should be you should not add to the noise.
Mm,
You know,
I love that.
yeah, be part of the stillness and as we call today the positivity. But I think it's just being, you post something. I saw some chickens today and they were so cute. I think that's a great post.
Right, right. Yeah, and it's, what, you're so right. Like, a lot of people are gonna say, like, who cares,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't make sense. Like,
Uh,
you don't need to comment
no,
something
no.
negative. It was just this
Yeah, I
person
saw
sharing.
these
Yeah.
these chickens were so cute, and they were uh, taking care of the chicks, and unbeknownst to them, there'll be lunch someday. But I'm just saying, it's like, it's nothing. It's as you would call random, but it's nothing.
Right.
But it is something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I
Nothing
mean,
is something.
as you talk, as you've been, like, sharing these things with us, one quote that I've been seeing online has been replaying in my head, and it is, "To be cringe is to be free."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes, because I feel like a lot of people are scared to be,
Yeah.
like, judged or weird or
Yeah.
called, like,
Cringe away.
OA. But yeah,
Cringe away.
exactly.
Obviously there are the things that I why was that, but then that's not for me.
Exactly.
It's not for me then. So, but um if I look back, when the pandemic hit, and I was dancing almost every day, um not on purpose, but I was just dancing because it made me feel better.
I love that.
And to the point where I was so serious, I was studying Niana all the steps, and I have to get that.
I
there's,
I
there's one particular step that's just so hard. I felt that, oh, I have to be able to do that. But if I look at myself now and look, why did I do that?
No, I think everybody during the pandemic had
Yeah,
that. I have my videos too.
right. And I created really silly characters during that time. Because I was at home, but I was just cringing away,
Yeah.
as you would say. So
And even if you were cringing away, you made a lot of people happy with
I
what
don't
you
know,
were doing.
maybe. I'm not sure.
I'm sure. I am 100% sure. My mom being one of them, actually.
Hi, mom. Oh, by the way, I want to say hi, Alex. Hi to Alex Gotiga. He's listening right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello. Now, I also want to talk about, your father's support,
Mm.
when you decided to pursue music. You've spoken about this a lot before. So how important was it to have someone believe in you at a time when you were still just trying to and
Yeah.
learning to believe in yourself?
It is very important, I think, because have to have someone on your side, at least one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great if someone that matters to you is on your side,
Right.
because then you'll have enough self belief to muster, because there's someone else who believes in you. I mean,
Mm,
I think that a lot of us don't really believe in ourselves. A lot. I'm not saying everybody, but
mhm.
there are some who really believe in themselves. And that's fine,
Good for you.
That's great.
Yeah. We love that.
Yeah, for sure. But there are a lot of people who don't. But if there's someone who, you know, is part of your cheering squad, then I think that really matters.
Yes. Now, when you were young and you were just trying to make it,
Yeah.
you tend to focus on everything that you have to gain.
Yeah.
But looking back now, what do you think chasing your dream actually cost you?
Yeah.
What sacrifices became clearer to you only in hindsight?
It's weird. I don't really think I had a dream. I don't
Oh.
really think so. I'm not sure if it was very clear in my mind that I want to be that.
Mhm.
It wasn't that way. It was like, I want to do that. So, like, when I started singing, and my dream was, I want to sing.
I love that.
That's all. And then it led to, oh, now I want to arrange music. And then it led to, oh, I want to dance to my music.
Yes.
And then it led to, oh, I can do movies. I want to do that.
Right.
There, it was like a ladder of sorts that led to one thing.
Mhm.
Because if you look at my career, it's really very strange. Why is supposedly funny guy singing ballads? Eh, what? Why?
There's diversity.
Yeah, and that wasn't uh, part of the plan.
Right.
It was just to do things that I wanted to do.
I actually love that you say that because,
Yeah.
usually a lot of people get pressured to have a goal, to have one dream,
Mm.
or to just have something that they're working towards all the
Yeah.
time. But there are also a lot of people who kind of just want to, try things out and see
Yes.
where it takes them. So it's very
Yes.
inspiring to to hear it from somebody so accomplished that, you were just doing what you wanted.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me also when I see, you know, really significant and known actors who are singing, or who are
Mm.
doing, like, for example, I saw Keanu Reeves playing bass. I saw,
Right.
you know, that's a pursuit that I think he just said, "Oh no, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to do that."
Right.
Yeah, what I'm saying, it doesn't surprise me at all, because, and it's not this jack of all trades and master of nothing. It's not about that. It's
Mm.
like, hey, it's like a new recipe that you want to try, when you're cooking. And the reason why I mentioned bass is because now I'm playing bass. I never played bass in my entire life, so I learned during the pandemic when I had COVID, and now I play bass sometimes with the band. So
That's amazing.
well, I think so. I mean, it's not great, but but I love doing it.
No, but I really love that because you don't need to do things to be great at it.
Yeah.
You do it because you like it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that could lead to amazing things, which I
Yes.
would say you are living proof of that.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
but was there ever a time, like pursuing all these different things
Yeah.
that you wondered if it was asking too much of you?
Oh, for sure. Yes. And most especially, I'm a workaholic
Mm-hmm.
and a self-confessed workaholic,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to watch myself sometimes because I am sure that the people that I work with might, my hundreds of chat groups.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh, she's
goodness.
texting again.
Oh no.
And I think the fact that I am aware of that is good.
Yes.
But I think there are some time I don't think I think I realized I'm overdoing it sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, self-awareness is the first step to kind of
Yeah.
working on things, but I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, especially if you're used to being a workaholic,
Yeah.
mahirap siyang,
Oh
like,
yeah.
you have to scratch that
Yeah.
itch.
But what really kind of balances things for me is family. When I see my son and my daughter's already married, so she's out of the house. But when I see my son, and it's like, what's the first thing you ask when you see your son? It's like, how was school today?
Mm-hmm.
And you get the same answers. It was good.
Right.
That's not the kind of conversation that you want from your son, right?
Yeah.
And so it takes effort to get into the mind of young people, and to make sure that, okay, am I nurturing enough? Am I being able to tell my son some things that he could take home, literally and
Yeah.
figuratively, um, with him?
Mhm.
But at the same time, I gotta trust him. So yeah, there's that. That's the balance that
Right.
that I need. It's family,
Oh,
and of course, my wife. Yeah,
I love that. And
yeah.
I think like you mentioned it does change the way you see so
Mm.
many things. You've been a husband, you've been a dad while also building an incredibly demanding career. So, how would you say becoming a dad has changed the way that you see your own life?
I like that you asked that. It like I was a dad last year because because I've been a dad for almost
Yeah.
30 years. But I know what you're saying. So, being a dad will really change you from the moment the baby comes out,
Mhm.
because now you realize, okay, I have to take care of this child, and it's going to be my
Mhm.
responsibility to and that doesn't end when they're married.
Right.
They're still your child,
Right.
and
Exactly.
you're gonna have to be there for them, pick up the pieces, and obviously you're not perfect. Obviously you're so flawed as a person, as a human being, and as a
Mhm.
father, and as a husband. But you have to just take it in and suck it up, and
Right.
and perform.
Yes, and you've spoken about your own father and the support that he gave you when you
Mm,
decided to pursue music.
yeah.
But you, like you mentioned, you've been a dad as well. Do you ever catch yourself thinking about the things that your own parents taught you and the things that you want to pass on to your children?
Oh, for sure. My dad, God bless him, he was a big believer in me. In fact, I wrote a song when he passed on.
Mm-hmm.
It's called "Thank You, Pa." And if you listen to the words of that song, it really is me telling the story of this guy really believed in me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, and it melts my heart, that there was someone important to me who believed in me. Mom, mom, moms are always
Yeah.
great. You know,
Yes.
they're great. My mom is, but my mom was obviously very practical. Dad was like, oh, gusto niya maging singer, you know. Because back then, being a singer is like, what? Is
Right,
that a
right.
job? That's not a job. But I put it this way: I if I didn't sing, I'd probably be so unhappy. To put it very plainly, that
Right.
was how I felt.
Was it singing? Was it always singing, or were
Mm,
you like almost close to pursuing another career?
good question. Well, when I was growing up, though I didn't grow up much, it was they wanted me to be a lawyer, and then there because
Oh,
everybody, was into law,
right.
family. But no, I no. Um, I also could have been an engineer, sound engineer.
Oh,
I'm a nerd when it comes to you know audio.
right.
Yeah, so I could have been that too.
Okay, but and you kind of are, right?
Yeah,
A
a
sound
nerd.
engineer.
Yes, I am. Yeah, kind of like during the pandemic. Excuse me. I really put into good use because I could talk to clients. Basta the whole gamut of
Right.
audio tech stuff. I was able to do it. So
Yeah. But it's great that you had somebody to support you and to push you to pursue what really made you happy, which was singing.
yes, that was my biggest fan. I think. Yeah, to this day.
Oh.
Tsaka parang even when we play golf, he'd make me win. I could see that he was trying to make me win because he didn't want me to feel bad. Yeah, he was great. He was great.
I love
Yeah.
that. Well,
Yeah.
Augie, we are going to get back to more of this conversation in just a little bit. But Monsters, you are tuned in to Heard on Thursdays. I'm your host, Rio Rams, and we are talking about the life behind the music with Augie Alcasid. We'll be back in just a little bit, only on Manila's hottest Monster, RX 93.1.
HOT, the iconic radio talk show that made Philippine FM radio talk. Heard on Thursdays on The Monster.
Southeast Asia's leading music festival is coming to Manila. Experience La 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 Fest Manila 2026. Featuring Steve Lacy, Two Door Cinema Club, Flo, Dermot Kennedy, Matthew Ifield, Ben and Ben, Mackie, Over October, Dilao, Teeter Karma, and many more. Catch La 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 Fest Manila on August 21 at the World Trade Center. Tickets now on sale at smtickets.com. Presented by Will Bros Live.
A brighter future starts with thoughtful planning. Family planning empowers couples and individuals to make informed choices about their health, their future, and the family they hope to build. When families are prepared, they're better equipped to provide love, care, and opportunities for every child. This National Family Planning Month, learn more about the services and information available in your community. Tandaan, panalo ang pamilyang planado. A reminder from your family's favorite radio station, Manila's hottest, Monster, RX 93.1.
The Monster presents Heard on Thursdays, the iconic radio talk show that made Philippine FM radio talk. Winner of multiple KBP Golden Dove Awards. HOT, Heard on Thursdays. Your host, Rhea Rams.
Manila's hottest Monster, RX 93.1. Welcome back to Heard on Thursdays. I'm your host, Rio Rams, and we are talking about life behind the music with Augie Alcasid. Now, Augie,
Ogie Alcs, because you're Rhea Rams.
it's actually catchy. I gotta
Yeah,
say,
Ogie
Augie Alcs. Now, Augie, I think this is something a lot of people can relate to, especially when you're constantly chasing the next milestone, right?
Yeah.
Did there come a point when you realized that you didn't have to keep proving yourself anymore?
Yes, most especially to people who watch you or are critical of you. But it doesn't stop me from conquering other things. Like for example, next year I am sort of staging the musical that I've been writing for almost 6-7 years now.
Oh my god.
Now it it's taking a lot of time, but because I'm really wanting it to be as beautiful as I envision it in my head. So, but I have to tell you, it really is very scary for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I think is going to take a lot, of my energy to do it because I'm playing also one of the roles in the musical.
That's so exciting.
It is, but at the same time, very scary.
Right.
So having said that, it's like me saying nothing's going to stop me from doing that,
Mm.
diba? Right? But I won't allow anyone who is critical of me to say, "Oh, di naman niya deserve yon." No,
Mm.
I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm
Right.
gonna listen to
Your
some,
own
yeah,
voice and
yeah,
to the people who believe in you and
yeah,
support
yeah.
you, because that's what's important. You
Yes,
listen to not the noise, like you
right.
mentioned
And
earlier.
prepare, and you have to kill it. You
Yeah.
cannot just
Yes.
do. I don't know if you can say that here, but half a it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
You know.
Especially if it's something that excites you and something that you're passionate about, might as well put your whole heart in it,
Up.
right?
Yep.
No matter what other people say. Now, after more than 30 years in the industry, what do you think people misunderstand about the life of someone who's successful?
Oh, it is not at all glamorous. In fact, I pride myself in being a very regular person. I go to
Mm.
the malls. I do the groceries. I go to SNR. I sometimes I forget my card, and I have to apply
Oh my
again.
gosh, yes.
I don't mind doing that.
Right,
And it's not what it's. I like being a regular person. So.
right. But I'm sure that, your the career, the job that you're in doesn't always allow for that. So how do you keep that balance between,
Mm.
being the Ogie Alcasid that everybody knows and just being a regular person like you want to be?
You know what helps me is talking to people. Sometimes I will talk to the waiter.
Mhm.
Sometimes there were times I took Grab and I really talked to the
Yeah.
driver. I will talk to uh, the steward, the flight, the FAs.
Mm-mm.
If I if I'm not too jet lagged and my hair is
Right.
not too high, I talk to people. I think that helps me.
I love that.
But it's more for me.
Mm.
I want to learn from people. What do you think of this? And then, sometimes a random opinion from someone you don't know, I think it matters.
Yeah, I agree. And it all, I think, would say boil down to human connection. It keeps
Mm,
you grounded.
yeah.
And it's very, I don't know, I think it's very inspiring that somebody of your caliber, like, is just so humble.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
because obviously we've seen people who a lot of people know that just would rather keep to themselves and not really
Oh,
connect
there are
with the
times when I feel like that. I mean, especially when I'm with my family, it's like
Mm.
we're just trying to have dinner here, and you're about to put the food in your mouth. And can I have sorry? Those are the times that you gotta say, "Mm," but
Yeah,
you put yourself out there.
right.
You know, so again, cliche. That's the price you have to pay for being known.
Mm.
So I guess you just have to put yourself in a position where you're ready. It's like a mindset. Okay, I'm going into the grocery and I'm going to Mercury Drug. I'm going to go buy paracetamol. I know it's not. Why is he here? Why is he buying the?
Yeah,
You'll get that look, and just have to prepare yourself mentally.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you have spent so much of your life being known by
Mm,
millions of
yeah.
people.
Mm.
But as you've gotten older, what matters more to you about how the people closest to you see you and understand you?
Oh, you know the opinions that matter to me. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question.
Hmm.
Are the ones who have known me since the very beginning.
Right.
If at this point in my life they're gonna say, he's really gotten very strange, then I will have a problem.
Right.
But at the same time, um, you have to protect yourself because not everyone's going to be the same forever.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's good to be different from at different stages of your life. You know, the 40-year-old me was different than the 59 to be me, you know. But if my friends will still say, still want to be with me, even just as simple as that, and have a chat with me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's totally fine.
And what is it that, the people closest to you see that maybe the people who see you on TV, the people who see you, who've seen you growing up, don't really see?
I am, well, I think it goes with, because I'm kind of OC with everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I organize everything. I organize all the the golf, flights. I organize when we're gonna see each other. Even when we're abroad, I organize.
Mm.
Day one to day eight,
Oh.
and it's like my friends. I've had enough with headphones and going to museums. It's like, but that's just how I am.
Mm.
That's something probably people don't know about me. Yeah.
Right. That's very interesting. I assume you're a very type A type of person.
When I have to be,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I don't. Uh, what do you call this? Overexert that. I mean,
Okay.
if there's someone else who is okay, be the one.
Yeah. Take it
I
off my hands.
yeah, I think I'm a team player. Really, I I was never the Michael Jordan. I was never the LeBron James, or I know that's a debate, but I'm only that when I'm with my family. But in team situations such as in the office or at work, I was oh, you want to be a guard, I'll be the guard.
Right.
Yeah,
Now, you talk of family a lot, and we can tell
yeah,
that family is very, very important to you.
yeah.
We see it too. What would you say being a dad? I mean, you've watched your children grow up through so many seasons
Yeah,
of your life,
yeah,
of their lives actually.
yeah.
So what has being a dad through all of that taught you about yourself that you don't think you could have learned any other way?
Ooh, that is such a Mr. Universe question. But I think the essence of being a father is what defines you.
Mm.
Fatherhood cannot just be, I will provide, I will nurture.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than that.
Oh.
It really is being the light that they need
Mm-hmm.
during the dark times. And you gotta be there at that moment. If
Right.
not, then you've lost it. Obviously, you have to be there during, the football games or
Yes.
whatever, the graduation. You gotta be there. But when your child is having a difficult time, you gotta be there.
Right. I imagine that, through the different seasons of a child's life, there's always new challenges because,
Mm,
when they're young,
mm.
you have to really be on them.
Yeah,
But then as they grow older, but your parenting changes
yeah,
also.
yeah.
When they're young, they need you for almost everything.
Mm.
And then eventually you have to learn to take a step back. So what has the experience of letting your children grow into their own people taught you about letting go?
You know what? I was walking in the mall the other day, and
Mm-hmm.
I was, because my son is a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going through some of the stores that he would go to when he was young, and he'd take out his dinky little wallet.
Oh.
And you know, say, di ba? And then, oh, I want this ice cream, trying to be responsible and all that. And it's weird because I was looking at the store, um, no, it's not a store, it's an ice cream place, and I could see my son there as a child, and then, but he wasn't a child anymore.
Oh.
You know, uh, at the same in the same manner, when my daughter got married, um, she was walking down the aisle twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was my adult daughter who was walking, but it was still a little girl that I was seeing.
Right.
You know, and my other daughter, who is a nurse, who takes care of the little kids
Mm-hmm.
so well in Australia, and but it's still that little girl who was so. And I could see this progression of this girl when she was young. She would take care of everybody, of her lolas, and she would, oh, this is the room you're gonna, She was just very like that, and I don't know what I'm rambling about, but yeah, that's something that I relish as a
Right.
father. Yeah.
And I see this trend a lot on online where
Mm,
it's like, oh, my this is what I thought my parents saw,
mm,
and then it's a photo of them, as adults, as teenagers. But and then you swipe over, and then it's like what they really saw, and
mm.
it's a photo of them
I
as
haven't seen that.
children.
Yeah.
And that just reminded me a lot of what you said. And it seems like, obviously, since I'm not yet a parent, I don't really understand the concept of letting go, of not necessarily letting go, like just letting them go, but letting them be their own people.
Yeah.
How did you transition, like, from being that dad
Yeah.
who was getting the money from your
Yeah.
son's little dinky wallet,
Yeah.
to just walking with him in the mall and
Yeah.
seeing him all grown? How
Yeah.
do you transition from that, and how does it make you feel?
Wow. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
It's sad
Mhm,
sometimes.
yeah.
My wife and I talk a lot about it, but you take comfort in the fact that, oh, they're growing up to be really great people.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
um, detaching yourself is not easy
Yeah.
because you're always on their case.
Mm, right.
But and I guess for each child it's a different thing. Like for my eldest, since she's already married, I mean, you can only be there when they actually kind of need you. Because looking back, I think I was the same with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
you know but with my boy, I think it's a different thing. You got to be on his case. He's, wake up, come on, you're gonna be late for school. But yeah, the difference, it really depends on the stage
Right.
of your child. But letting go is really hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And we are going to be talking a little bit more about letting go
Yeah.
later on,
Yeah.
because I know that you have like a newer rendition of your song.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's about that, right? It's a little bit about that. So we'll talk
Yeah.
about that later on. But right now we're talking about your family, and you've experienced different chapters of family life over the years. So has your idea of what makes a good family changed as you've gotten older? What would you say matters to you now that maybe didn't matter as much when you were younger?
Oh, you cannot have enough family time. You can't.
Love that.
You just can't. But you got to make use of most of what you have.
Hmm.
Given that, especially now, there's just too many distractions. Traffic is horrible. Um, this is why, and my wife and I talk about this a lot. It was bittersweet during the pandemic because we were all together in one home,
Yeah.
functioning as one. We had no help, and we did everything from sunrises to until we went to bed. But it was scary.
Right.
It was difficult not knowing where this would lead to. But it was also good that you were together.
Right.
And you know what's weird? Whenever I hear the what's that game? Nintendo.
The Switch.
The Switch, yeah. And there's this game that everybody used to play. Um, the farming something.
Oh,
Um,
I know what you're talking about. I
yeah,
can't recall the name
yeah.
either.
What is it? No, not Farmville. But anyway, there's a song,
Okay.
and whenever I hear that song, I it gives me goosebumps, and I get a little emotional about it.
You
It's
wanna-
really
yeah.
weird. Uh, but I can't even remember the melody. But it's that game. Was it reminded?
Animal Farm.
Yes,
There you go.
and reminded me so much of my son and my daughter playing together,
Oh.
and that was all I heard during that time. Yeah.
And I do think that when you're younger, especially like if you're a preteen teenager, sometimes you think that spending time with your family it's uncool,
Mm.
but as you grow older you really realize
And you get to
how
appreciate.
you appreciate it more, and I really hope that more younger people get to appreciate that time also, because
Mm.
I feel like that's something, at least when I was younger, I didn't appreciate enough. Now, what is something you hope your children remember about you, not as Ogie Alcasid, the celebrity, but simply as their dad?
Uh I think I'm always the funny dad. Of course, I have my corny jokes, but I was always fun being. I was fun to them.
Right.
Dad, I want Dad to come. He's fun. He's funny. He's fun to be with.
Oh.
But at the same time, I can be a little strict too. So,
Ooh.
kumbaga nilulugar ko yun eh. Yung
Mm-mm.
strictness and all that. So, maybe it would be nice for them to remember that, yeah, Dad cared about me. I think as simple as that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Monsters, you are listening to Heard on Thursdays. I'm Ria Rams, and we are talking about the man behind the music, Ogie Alcasid. We'll be back in just a little bit, only here on Manila's hottest Monster, RX 93.1.
Yeah.
Heard on Thursdays, winner of KBP Golden Dove Award for Best Magazine Program, the iconic radio talk show that made Philippine FM radio talk. HOT on the Monster.
Manila, this one's for you. Get ready to sing every word because Rex Orange County is coming back. La 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 presents Rex Orange County live on August 20 at the Mall of Asia Arena. Exclusive show in Asia. Performing his fan favorites, Best Friend, Loving It Easy, The Shade, Amazing, and many more. Book now. Few tickets left at smtickets.com. Rex Orange County, presented by Wilbros Live.
Columbia Pictures, SM Cinema, and Monster, RX 93.1 invite you to experience the horror of Insidious Out of the Further. From Blumhouse and James Wan come the newest and most terrifying chapter yet in the Insidious universe. It began when she started having these strange dreams.
I'm scaring my daughter. I need someone to tell me how to stop this.
Those are not dreams, Jones. You have a rare gift, the ability to travel into the realm between this world and the next one. But you can do something I didn't know was possible. You can bring demons back to the human world. Permanently.
Catch the monster movie premiere of Insidious Out of the Further on August 17 at SM Mega Mall Cinema 2. Want movie tickets? Keep listening and wait for the Monster DJ's cue to call. Be the right caller, and you could win seats to the Monster movie premiere happening in our Monster Anniversary Month. Insidious Out of the Further. Evil has found a way out. This Monster movie premiere event is brought to you by the station that keeps Manila screaming. Manila's hottest. Monster. RX 93.1. Insidious Out of the Further opens in cinemas August 19. Rated R13. No cuts.
The Monster Monster presents Heard on Thursdays, the iconic radio talk show that made Philippine FM radio talk. Winner of multiple KBP Golden Dove Awards. HOT. Heard on Thursdays. Your host, Rhea Rams.
Manila's hottest monster, RX 93.1. Welcome back to Heard on Thursdays. I'm your host, Rhea Rams, and we are unfortunately wrapping up our conversation with Ogie Alcasid.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, we've talked about dreams, success, sacrifice, family, fatherhood, and everything that happens in between. And I think that's the interesting thing about getting older. You don't necessarily get all the answers. You just start asking better questions. So, Augie, what is something you know now that you really wish you had understood when you were much younger? Like when you were in your 20s, when you were in your mid-20s? What is that?
The irony of life. That, okay, medyo pa-profound to ng konti, but fast is slow. Slow is fast. Small is big. Big is small. I'm not gonna tell you what that means.
Is it the type of thing that we learn as we grow older?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean, you can apply it. Fast is slow. If you're speeding up too much in your life, the growth there is very slow. You're not seeing things, and appreciate things the way you ought to. This is my take on it.
I love it.
And at the same time, slow is fast.
I love it.
Isn't that?
Yes, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah. So this irony thing. The reason why I say irony is because that's what my teacher said. It's irony. Okay, irony. That's Mr. Basa for you. So anyway, that thing is so weirdly profound, but it makes so much sense to me. So yeah, I hope you can take that home and.
No, I had to take a moment to just take that in, because honestly, it's very difficult to understand at first, but when you started to explain it, it makes so much sense, and it really is something that I feel we should keep in mind.
There's one more, but I don't want to sound too not morbid, but I think this is just being real. When you go visit the ones that have gone,
right,
and you look at their where they are, and you'll say, Mr. So and so and so, 1974 to 2015, something like that. Usually there's a dash.
Right. Yeah.
Most usually. Now, when you look at that dash, that is essentially your life.
I love that. I really love that.
And you look at that dash, that's kind of fast. So pretty.
Yeah.
So applying what I just said earlier doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, in this little dash, I got to do the things that I got to do. But in that very, small dash that you have, I think relish every moment and savor every moment, because it will really pass you by.
And these are things that we know. It's just so hard to digest sometimes, because we get caught up in the heat of it all. Everything's moving so, especially nowadays, right? We all live such fast-paced lives, especially here in the Philippines, in Manila. Life is just so fast-paced that we tend to forget to slow down, and I feel like it's such a good reminder to just stay still and, like you said, relish the moment.
Yeah, breathe. Take time to breathe. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of people, a lot of monsters who needed to hear that. Now, what would you say is a mistake that you made when you were younger that you actually are grateful for now because of what it taught you?
Mistake. So many. I can't. point out something distinct, but I think when you have a little bit of success, when you have a little bit of success, and I think when I was young, it kind of made me think that I was great already.
Oh. Mm.
And I fell into that trap,
Mhm.
and I cringe at the thought that I was that way. Hindi naman ako mayabang, but
Okay.
parang Mr. Know-It-All ka na at that time.
Mm.
And I do not fault anyone falling into the same trap. But if you can, for the love of God, try to recover from that, because it's not going to help you.
Okay. Because when you said great earlier, I was thinking, is that such a bad thing?
No, not at all. But if you think that you know
Yeah.
everything already, then we'll have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, very well put. Now, you've written and sung about love, heartbreak, life, and everything in between for decades. Now, do you think that the person you've become has changed the way that you understand the things that you've been writing and singing about all these years?
I think so. But when I write songs now, it's quite different from what I used to write, because although it's still, I mean, like this new love song that I have is so different than the other love songs that I've written before, because I'm trying to simplify things. Before, I was getting into the whys and the wheres and the hows of falling in love, because I was just in love with love. But now I'm just trying to paint a story. This is the situation. I don't know how it's gonna end. I don't really know. But let's just see how it goes. So sometimes it's an open-ended question. Sometimes it's like, what are we going to do? Diba? So why is it so? I think I've just become older. Yeah, become older, and I'm not too. I don't know. I think lyrically, I am being very specific about what I say. I wasn't just rambling.
Right. And I think it's interesting that you say you don't know where it'll go. Let's just see where it goes.
No, yeah.
But how do you reconcile yourself with that? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who want to have a sure outcome, or at least some security in whatever it is they're pursuing, right? But at the end of the day, we can't control that.
Yeah.
How did you reconcile yourself with that? Because you did say that, that is the direction that you're heading towards now.
You like I said earlier, you just gotta take that leap. It's a leap of faith, I
Right.
suppose. I mean, some of the things that have happened in my life are not very desirable. I've had a failed marriage, and one doesn't just recover from that very
Right.
easily.
Right.
There are people involved. Yeah, and so but are you going to disintegrate? Or are you going to try to be the better person? Or are you going to learn from it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So take that leap of, okay. So that open-ended question with regards to, how I write now, it's like, you got to take that leap.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if the younger Ogie could sit across you right now and ask yourself, did we make it? What would you tell him?
Yeah, we did. There's so much to be thankful for. So much, so much, so much. And it's an ongoing thing. So every second is a blessing.
Oh,
You're going to do well, buddy.
I love that. And what do you hope now that the older version of yourself is still learning?
Oh, what do I hope for that person?
Yeah.
Well, in a very practical sense, it's like, okay, take it easy. You're not Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Take it easy. Take time. Take the time to, stay at home more. Stay at home more.
Stop being a
Yeah.
workaholic.
Yes. Watch K dramas with your wife.
Oh.
Which, the thing about me, not that I don't like that, I love it, but I have a very short attention. It really is very short. But my wife, this is her world. She loves watching these things, and so I go, okay, I'll sit with you. I will put down my phone, and I will watch this, and it's great. It's great. Ang saya, ang sarap sa puso, ang sarap sa na bonding. If you
Yes.
may, yeah.
I love that because, I think one thing that's so important in love is even if you're not interested in something, but your
Mm.
partner is, you try.
Yeah, and I can say the same for my wife. I don't talk to my buddies every day, so
Mhm.
I talk to my wife
Yeah.
about the things that interest me, and that's basketball, that's golf. She knows everyone. She knows Luka Doncic. She knows, all the new golfers. She knows the people in politics. you know, and
Oh.
yeah. Oh, sabagay, why wouldn't she know that? But
Yes.
the things that interest a man enough,
Right.
and she takes, oh, kilala ko yan, si Luca yan eh. It's great.
Yeah. Making the effort.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, we were looking back at so much. The regrets, the things that we only sometimes understand in hindsight. And your song, Hanggang Dito Na Lang Ba Tayo, is literally built around the question of what ifs and what
Yeah.
could have been.
Yeah.
So you've written about love and heartbreak for decades, like you mentioned earlier. But what was it about the what if portion at the heart of the song that made you want to tell this particular story?
Wow. I had no exact motivation. It was like this just sounded right to me when I was writing it. It's not obviously happening to me, but when I was writing it, oh gosh, this is so sad. And the chord progressions that I was playing at that time was like, oh, parang sobrang shoot na shoot siya, and I'm not singing too much. I'm just asking the question and humming this melody that isn't so hard to sing. It's not. I'm not killing the song, murdering, I should say, and I don't have to belt it out. I'm just asking this question. So that's all the motivation I needed. Melodically and lyrically, I felt, oh. And what's weird is I've had so many young people listen to it, they go, they call this relapse thing. I don't really understand what that means. And they would say, this is so sad. This is so sad.
Relapse song.
Yeah.
Yes. And I do think a lot of people do feel that, like you said, because it asks a question, a very painful question. Is this where our story ends? As someone who's been through so many different chapters of life and love, do you think that there are relationships or even seasons in our lives that we're sometimes meant to let end even when we don't want them to?
For sure.
And how do you, like, it's the same question as I said earlier, how do you reconcile yourself with that, and how do you deal with that?
You can't. I can't have a definite answer to tell you this is what you do, but you just got to do it. You got to do it anyway. Wala, mahirap yun.
Yeah.
You can't say, all right, this is okay, plan B. No, there's no plan B and C. You're just going, I'm devastated. This is me. See
Right.
how we go.
And I think that's a very human thing to admit,
Yeah.
that you don't need to have it all figured out.
No.
You just let it hurt and then you
Yeah.
let it heal.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't even.
Mm.
At my age, there are still situations where you go, ooh, touchy, touchy.
Oh.
It never ends.
Right. And that
Wow, that was a lot of air you expelled there. I wonder what that means.
yeah, just yeah.
Yeah,
But
it never ends.
yeah.
The what ifs, the you know, the whatnots. You just wow.
And
But there is a silver lining.
Mhm.
I think you've got to live.
right.
Put it very bluntly. You gotta live.
Yeah. And I think that is one of the things, the most important things to hold on to.
Yeah, and however that means to you.
Yeah. And I do think that's why this song just resonates so much with so
Yeah.
many people, because you can apply it to anything in your life. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily just about romance. It's about any season of your life where you
It can be your height. And then
yes, can be about anything. But also this time Moira is in the song, and she has a very distinct way of expressing heartbreak and vulnerability. When when Moira's in a song, honestly, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready to listen to this. Like I need to kind of set the tone, set my, like, just prepare myself. But what did she bring to the song that changed the way that you heard it?
I like that question. Just the first few notes of sana naman nalaman mo. The way she sang, it's like tapos na yung kwento.
Mm.
In a way that I could never, I could never. I see that a lot. But, she has this magic.
Yeah.
And the counterpoints that she made for the song when she was answering the stuff, because we didn't record at the same time. See?
Okay.
But when the answering is so good. It reminds me of the old Bakit Ngayon Ka Lang, when the pops would answer to the freestyle. I don't know if you're old enough to know that song, but it reminds me of that. The way she brought the Moira magic into the song, and I can't think of anyone else who could do that. And it just says so much about, I feel, the understated musicality that she has.
Mm.
It doesn't mean that because she sings very softly and that she sings very distinctly narcoleptic.
That's a very interesting way to describe it, but I get what you mean.
Doesn't mean that there's no emotion there.
No, yeah. Absolutely.
Every breath you take now, every breath that she makes, that's also part of the song. Has meaning. It's a line that
Right.
that I think as we progress in this thing called Let's Appreciate Moira, is you'll discover, boy, she's brilliant.
I absolutely
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
And to have her on such a beautiful song too,
Thank you.
it's very exciting.
Oh.
Yes. And I'm
Yeah.
sure this is like, if the original version already hurt as much as it did, this one, ooh.
Oh, this is different.
Yeah.
The reason why I came up with this version is because when I was seeing the first version, it was just keyboards and then like I was playing with the band and I said, "Can you add a little beat? I'm gonna play guitar here." And then I said, "I think this is more of the feeling. This is the right way to do it."
Mm.
And then the backup singers started adding their backups, And then I heard Moira. I said, Moira has to sing with me. So that's how it came about.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I love that, and I'm so glad that you were able to put it together.
I'm so glad she said yes.
Thank you, Moira.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, bringing it back to everything that we spoke about today, the song asks, "Hanggang dito na lang ba tayo?" If you look at your own life, not just the relationships, but your career, your dreams, everything. Are there chapters you once thought were endings, but now realize were actually beginnings?
Oof. Oof. Yeah, many times.
Mm-hmm.
Like with my music career in itself. I have been in this business so long
Mm-hmm.
that I've seen waves upon waves of genres that didn't even exist during our
Right.
time. Rap music came in, R&B came in, uh, basta, ang dami. And I'm like, I think this is the end of me. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I'm here talking to you right now. You're interviewing me because I got a new song.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you just have to keep on rolling. I think, yeah.
Yeah. And I really love that, even when you think sometimes that it's over for you, just the new opportunity comes and presents itself, and like you said
Yeah,
earlier, you take the leap.
right. And it doesn't have to come in the form of an algorithmic triumph.
Mm-hmm.
It can come in a form of, boy, I was touched by that song. To the audience that you sing to. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? It can come as, oh, he's still singing. He wrote a new song. I can't put into words what I'm trying to say, but I'm just acting it out.
Like there's no template to what success looks
None,
like. Yeah.
none. And I do get it. I mean, algorithmic. There's no such word anyway. I just coined that today.
But we get it.
Yeah,
We get
yeah.
it.
There's no such thing. I mean, I get it that it's great that you are in the circle of what is current and what is trending,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fantastic. I think that's not easy, given that there's just so much content being created and delivered in
Right.
a day with people putting so much effort. You know, but at the same time, if you're not doing anything, then
Mm-hmm.
you're not living, brother.
Yes. Sometimes all it takes is to just start, to just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, Augie, what do you hope someone who's going through their own heartbreak or sitting with their own what if takes away from this song?
I wish you well. I wouldn't. I don't envy that position. It's not
Mm-hmm.
all the doubts in your mind. They're difficult to live with. But I think you should also have that conversation, just as the song suggests. You know, have
Yes.
that conversation. Doesn't have to be a relationship, but it could be a career. It could be whatever, your diet. I don't know. Have the conversation because with yourself or with the person involved. Because if you don't, then you're not really addressing the issue right there. You know?
Oh, you know what? I absolutely love that. It wasn't an answer I expected, honestly,
Mm.
but it's one that I really love because when it comes to these difficult things, a lot of
Mm.
times we tend to run from it, distract ourselves.
And it's easy. I mean, so it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to have that conversation,
Yeah.
but you gotta do it.
You got to do it.
Yeah,
Like, even if you're not ready, because honestly, when will you ever be?
yeah,
Right?
and kind of live with the results for in the meantime.
I I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I hope the monsters, take that home because
yeah.
I do think it's just something very beautiful. Live with the
Oh,
results. Have that
thank
conversation
you,
and live with the results.
thank you. I mean, Ganun eh. Ganun ang buhay.
Yeah.
Di mo pwedeng isang tabi. No, you gotta do it.
There you go, monsters. Now, where can our monsters listen to your song?
Oh, on Spotify, on Apple Music, Deezer, on YouTube. By the way, we did a live performance of this song with Moira with a band, and it sounds great. It's coming out very soon. So yeah, please stream that. And we did the whole EP actually already, but we're releasing them one by one.
Right.
So this is the new release, and I hope you guys listen to it, and I hope you can appreciate what we're trying to say here in our song. It's hanggang dito na lang ba tayo? Stream it, guys, and thank you.
There you go. Ogie, thank you so much for joining us today. I think if there's one thing this conversation reminded us of, it's that life isn't really about reaching some final version of ourselves. You know, we spend a lot of time chasing our dreams, building careers, loving people, making mistakes, becoming parents, changing our priorities. And somewhere along the way, we realized that some of the things that we were so desperate to achieve were never actually the things that mattered most. So sometimes the lessons come too late, but hopefully to the monsters who are tuned in today, you were reminded today. So I hope these lessons don't come late to you because Ogie just gave them to us.
Oh wow, thank you.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, maybe that's the point. You know, we learn when we're ready to understand them. And
Yes.
again, my so much take homes for me. The fast is slow, slow is fast, and also have the conversation and live with the results. I don't know. I really love that. So, Ogie, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being here. Monsters, this has been Heard on Thursdays with me, Ria Rams. Today, we went beyond the music and the career, you know, to talk about ambition, sacrifice, family, fatherhood, success, love, and the things that life only teaches us with time. Thank you so much again for sharing your story with us. And of course, Monsters, as mentioned, make sure you listen to Hanggang Dito Na Lang Ba Tayo with Ogie Alcasid and Moira De La Torre, especially if you've ever had a what if that you never got an answer to. I think this is perfect. So give it a listen and subaybayan nyo yung live performance.
Yes, please.
It will be out soon, right?
Yes.
Yan. So wait for that, monsters. Now, that's it for us. Again, this has been Heard on Thursdays. Catch us again next week, same time, same place, only here on Manila's hottest Monster RX 93.1.
Super.
The views expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect those of the station or its management. Heard on Thursdays, the iconic radio talk show that made Philippine FM radio talk winner of multiple KBP Golden Dove Awards. HOT. On air 2 to 3 p.m. and streams on the Monster Facebook page and YouTube channel at RX931 and on twitch.tv/MonsterRX931. Heard on Thursdays, only from Manila's hottest Monster RX 93.1. New music, indie ground, indie ground. New OPM, indie ground Manila's hottest radio station makes way for songs by talented independent bands and artists. If you're an unsigned artist, let the Monster give you or your band that much-deserved radio airplay. Submit your original songs now by visiting facebook.com/indiegroundph. Facebook.com/indiegroundph.
We can touch the sky. What you gotta do?
The Monster believes in the future of OPM.